Hey everybody, it's Grady and welcome back to Uncle Sweetie's Model Works. Today I've got another update on my 65 Chevy Impala build for the Psychedelic 60's group build. I was going to do an update slash final, but I have way too much material for that. So I'm going to cut her down and give you an update today and a final tomorrow. And or maybe an update late tonight because I have to leave for work here in about 30 minutes, and I may not get this all done by then. So, anyway, it's going to be one more update and then a separate final, and that will be out sometime tomorrow. So, thank you guys. Subscribe, thumbs up, thumbs down, finger. Leave me a comment, tell me what you think. See you soon. Bye. Alright, I'm going to work on some decaling on this old 65 Impala here. I don't know if you've seen me paint my bodies, but I don't use the, to me, turntable body stand things. I like Don Yost method, using those pipe nipples. It seems to me you have a lot more control over them. I've got a little secret in the way I do it, a woodworking secret. I put masking tape on the inside of the body, on the top of the pipe nipple, super glue those together, and it sticks together. What I use the turntable for is putting on decals. So it's time for decals, because this is lighter, and then if you're working on one side, you get some, like I've got, what do I have? I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. I think 7 decals to a side on this thing. So you don't really want to touch it, and you don't want to have to like pick it up and handle it. So I can do the decals here, and I can do the decals here, then I can do the decals here. Turn it back around, put the trunk, turn the other side, and do all the decals up and down here. This works better for me, and so that's how I do it. I'm going to move this out of the way, because right now it's in the way, because right now I'm going to do the trunk. And I meant to drop one of these in here beforehand. And I'm about to see how these old decals work after, man, a lot of years. So I'm going to start with the hood and get in the swing of things. There it goes, flatten it out. You can't see it over here. My water was warm, now it's cool, which I don't like because it's just cold water and I don't like getting my fingers cold. But hey, it's cold, it's Missouri, we're doing decals. I wish that would unroll a little more. I don't want to force it and crack the decal. So I just roll it back and forth. And hopefully, see what have I got there. See if I can find a pair of tweezers. That'll work. No, there goes the camera. Sorry about that. Boom, boom. I think I'll use these for right now. No, I want these. I think I'm going to look for me. Yeah, here goes the camera again. I think I'm going to look for me a set of, pair of, I guess, decal tweezers. Alright, I'm going to use a little bit of, to me, a Mark Fit solution on here, which I've never used before, so hopefully I'm going to do that the right way. And I'm going to get this out of here. And is it sliding? Yeah, it's sliding. Alright. There we go. How are we looking? So you want these all the way back. don't think I want them quite that far back. I think I want it right there. And I think I want it about like that. I want it a little farther forward. Oh, we slid him over. I'm trying to get it. I think that's about where I want it. It doesn't look quite right. Anyway, that's what I'm going to do. Get me a Q-tip here. I'm going to just roll this off. That is really wanting to move. I think that's what I want, though. I don't know how much. I'm going to run that out from under there now that I've got it a little bit dry. Do not want to have bubbles in there. Probably should have let it dry a little more, but that's alright. Looks like I've got some junk under there. I'm going to go ahead and stop this and keep decaling. You guys have seen decals, you guys have done decals, and I'll come back after a while and show some progress.
No plug wires, nothing. And like I said, originally this was built for the 48-hour group build. I didn't glue the body down either, apparently. And that's it. That's pretty much all it is, you know. Just wasn't really happy with it when I originally did it, but I knew I wanted to redo it. And I've been in a funk lately, so I took the opportunity to take this back out. It had been sitting there stripped clean, and I decided to prime it up and paint it, and put it all back together and get it on the shelf. Like I said, it's just going to be a shelf queen, and for that purpose, I'm pretty satisfied with it. Alright guys, I think that's all I got with this, but I wanted to remind you guys, if you are in Michigan or the surrounding states, don't forget about Detroit.
Gonna give you guys a quick sneak peek here. I wasn't gonna do it. The next time you were gonna see this was in final assembly, or at least in the pearl coat. I just got done with all these decals. I've been using the Tamiya Mark Fit and the Mark Fit Strong, which I've never used before, and I understand now exactly what they do. And man, yeah, I have impressed myself. I'm going to pick this up a little bit, see if I can keep it out of the camera light. That I've got a couple little flaws, but for the most part, I think I did all right. The hood looks the decals look fine. The hood itself fits a little wonky right now, but I still have some masking tape on the bottom of that. I love the way that Mark Fit Strong. Are we gonna get it? No? There we go. That Super Sport and that, come on, get out of the light. Well, hell. That Chevy emblem. There we go. That Chevy emblem. I love the way that Mark Fit Strong just makes those decals just lay down over the, curves and lettering and everything. That's the one I put on the back deck lid. This still needs a pearl coat finish, and I haven't decided for sure if I'm going to clear over that. I probably will, because I want it super glossy. I'll just have to see how the pearl comes out. I'm going to use Tamiya pearl and then have to decide what I want to use for a gloss coat if I do the gloss coat. So here's that. Decals are done. And like I said, I have impressed myself. This is already leaps and bounds beyond the 86 Monte Carlo. I think I'm doing pretty good for kit number 2 in 25 years. Man. Anyway, I'll be back with some sub-assemblies and then we'll go to final finish. Okay, I wanted to show you guys a little bit of faux pas, mistake. I made a mistake, and how we're going to fix it. Alright, so what I did as I got to putting the stuff together, that I knew went together. Part of this rear suspension that I wanted to get set in there so I could get everything right, because it's kind of fiddly. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 connection points with 5 different pieces. It's kind of hard. Anyway, I wasn't paying attention. I did all the rear suspension. Well, guess what I didn't put in? The one-piece exhaust that goes up under the axle, of course. So, what I did, you can see here, let me find a pointer. There we are. Right there. And this one is still loose. I cut that exhaust off right at the muffler. And if you look close, there's a white spot that's clean plastic. And a white spot that's clean plastic. We got, this one's already mounted in. I haven't glued it. This is a mounting hole right here. I'm going to mount them in the holes back here, and then I am going to glue the pieces back together at the mufflers. So, if you haven't done that before, if you haven't seen that before, if you get ahead of yourself like I did, in this particular instance, that's a great way to fix it. I'll be right back. Alright, here's that chassis. There's the exhaust, the mufflers. I kind of got a little messy with one of them, but just like nothing ever happened. Just like nothing ever happened. Alright, I'll be back with more. Alright, I'm back. Gonna show you some sub-assemblies and different things. Alright, this is front grille. All I have to do with that is put the signal markers in and the headlights. I want to go get some clear blue Tamiya and put a blue, very, 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 thin that down, put a very light blue tint to the headlights, but we'll see if that happens. I've got the clear orange on the marker lights. Got the gold sun visors on the windshield. A little more painting here to do on this reservoir here, but we've got core support, battery, one of the radiator hoses. We've got rear bumper with license plate and backwash, and engine detailed and installed. Flip her over, we've got the front suspension, got a little oil filter in there, a little detail on the starter. Here's the exhaust that I jacked up and fixed. I can tell it. It'd be really hard to tell if you didn't know it was, if I cut it apart and then put it back in around the rear suspension. There's the rear suspension. gas tank. Got the sway bar link on there. That's about ready to go. Got a few, just a little few more parts. Got a gas pedal, hood latch. We'll see about that. Radiator hoses, AC hoses. This is what I'm pretty proud of right now. Got to cut a little bit to paint on the firewall. Got to paint that heater box. This is my interior. I'm gonna try to get an angle where you can see it really well. Shifters in there, consoles in there with the black wash. That chain steering wheel, got the mats. Did some detailing on the dashboard with the Molotov chrome pen. Highlighting the seat panels. That speaker in the back. I don't know how well you'll be able to see it, but I did the door levers, window cranks in Molotov chrome pen along with the chrome edge on the trim around the seat. This is the most detailed interior I've ever done. I've got a ways to go, figuring some things out, but I'm real happy with this. That's all I've got for right now. Well, I do have body. I've got, and this is after clear. I didn't do the pearl. I just did the clear. I did a light coat and a wet coat, and I'm happy with it. And this is where it's gonna stay. I've got the rear glass in. Got the side glass in. Got the trunk, the deck lid. There's a dome light in there. And, oh yeah, got the tail lights in that rear end. Those are a little finicky, but I got her done. Anyway, that's what I've got. Gonna cut to commercial and be back, and we'll have it in final assembly. Like I said, I've got a couple little more things to paint, and some time to wait on that, and then we'll put her together and see how she looks. Thanks guys, I'll be back.